Just having a bit of a coughing fit. Body's trying to clear all the mucus. This is what to expect. And when you cough, you're not breathing in, not getting enough oxygen in your bloodstream. Sometimes you go a bit dizzy. It's not good coughing in the car either. That's why I'm stopped. And they also splutter all over the windscreen, so I can't bloody see. I need wipers on the inside. Feels kind of weird, me videoing myself coughing. A bit random, isn't it? But I think you get the idea. So I will leave me to it, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Well, that was my coughing fit I had this morning before I went to work. I only walked up the steps to the car. Sue let me have the car today to go to work, and I coughed my guts up in the car, as you saw. Thankfully, after I closed the video down this morning, I was a little bit better, and I drove off to work, and I was fine after that. I thought I'd talk to you about my current medication, and it's a standard sort of medication they give the people of my condition, hypersensitivity pneumonitis and idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. So if you're not aware, you will be given a load of drugs, normally straight with prednisolone, which is the steroids. And as soon as you present with a problem like that, they normally give you quite a high dose. I think I had 45 milligrams, I think, in total. I can't remember. It was a while back. And then they taper you down slowly from that higher dose. First thing they do is they kick it into touch to help you, and then they try and get it down to a level that makes you stabilised during your lung function tests. So prednisolone comes in a little packet like this. Now remember, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just explaining to you what I take and possibly what you may take. And symptoms that you have with prednisolone, you normally get very hungry and you tend to eat a lot. So be careful of what you eat when you're taking these. Also, another symptom is your face can get a little bit tubbier as you swell up a little bit. But you can control that by staying on a fairly strict diet, which is what I done. And it worked for me, but don't forget, everybody's different. I just noticed I've still got my work stuff on. You may think that all I ever wear is my work stuff. And sometimes it feels that way. Anyway, prednisolone comes in obviously blister pack. Sometimes they're white tablets. Sometimes they're gastro-resistant ones, which helps with your stomach. And they're normally like a Smartie type of drug with a little brown shell. So you can either have one or the other. These are 5 milligrams, and you can have the 1.5 milligrams as well. So I'm currently on 2 of these per day. So that's the prednisolone, which I've been taking for a long, long time, and is the cause of my osteoporosis, unfortunately. Right, prednisolone. Now, due to my osteoporosis, obviously during the course of taking the prednisolone, I have had DEXA scans, which are, they scan your bone density, and they basically lay you on a little bed thing and they lift your legs up with this little cushion, and they take images mainly of your lower part, your hips and that, because that's where osteoporosis normally affects first, around your hips area. Mine is currently in my lower lumbar, which I've mentioned before, but it's just an ongoing process with prednisolone. It does eat away your bones. Now, to counteract that, I've been given a standard kind of a supplement, vitamins D plus, and it's called it's called Adcal, and it comes big like that. You can get 2 flavours with this. My ones, I have the Tutti Fruities, but you can also get the lemon flavour as well, and both are very nice. It tastes a little bit like your Rennies, you know, the sort of powdery texture to them, but they're okay, and they're bearable, and you chew them. You don't swallow them, because look at the size of them. So you chew them, and I have one of these twice a day, and I don't mind them, actually. They're all right, so they're okay. But that just to help your strength of your bones. You can put some more vitamin D into your bones. So that's the Adcal. I'm sure there are other trade names. Now, again, with my bones, because of the steroids, I have to take a thing called alendronic acid, which comes in a month's supply. So there's 1 per week. Now, with these, you have to stand up and take it with water, quite a bit of water, or you can sit down with your back straight, take it. What you mustn't do is lie down whilst taking these, because they got a tendency of inflaming all your esophagus and stuff like that. So they need to go straight into your stomach. So just bear that in mind if you get put on them. So that's alendronic acid, 1 tablet per week, and it's not a problem. I've had no side effects from them at all, but other people are different, so you may or may not have side effects from them. And currently, finally, for my daily tablets, I'm taking a drug called gabapentin. Now, gabapentin is normally given to people who suffer from seizures and epileptic fits and things like that. So I don't suffer from seizures, nor do I suffer from epileptic fits, but apparently, according to my specialist doctor, he says it's also good for a cough. So I started taking a lower dose just to see. I just wanted a bit of relief from the cough, but it didn't seem to work on the low dose, so they upped my dose to 300 milligrams 3 times a day, and it seems to have helped a bit. I have noticed it helping, so that's why I'm continuing to take them. So gabapentin, again, 3 times a day, and they come in like little capsules like that. Now remember, with capsules, if you're going to take capsules with liquid, obviously, to get them down, don't do it like that, because they're light and they float to the top. So if you want to swallow one of these, keep your head down a little bit and swallow them that way, and it goes down better. Gabapentin, great. Now, today, I had a call from Belen, who is the ILD pharmacist down in Exeter. She called me up regarding this anti-fibrotic drug, nintedanib, also known as Ofev. And she said that after my blood test I had down there, they're happy that my liver can cope with this drug, because it's in a fairly good state, because I haven't drunk alcohol for 2.5 years now, which is always a good thing if you can do it. You can drink alcohol with nintedanib, but very, very immoderately. Don't go mental, okay? Please don't go mental. But you can drink moderately, because it's your liver that this drug affects the most, so you need to protect it as much as you can. Alcohol and livers, not so good, but moderately is okay, according to the pharmacy. Don't forget, I'm not a pharmacist, nor am I a doctor, so please don't say, oh, no, you told me this, that, and the other. I'm just explaining what I go through and the drugs that I take. Right, where am I? Yes, Nintendanib. So she phoned me up today, Bellen, ever so nice lady, and she said they're going to deliver these drugs to me soon, and they do get delivered to you. You can't get them from the pharmacy because they're not something you can get there. It's got to be prescribed by the ILD specialist, interstitial lung disease. So I'm waiting to get them, and then I will go on them. But with them, and like the mycophenolate, which I'll come to in a minute, you'll need to ensure that you have regular blood tests to ensure that they're not going to affect your organs inside. So I'll wait to get that drug. Now the other drug, which I don't have with me for some reason. Oh my God, I've run out. No, I haven't. I've got loads. Mycophenolate, again, is another drug you've got to be careful with. You don't really want to get it stuck in your windpipe. And nobody else is supposed to touch the outer coating of them. So only you, because you can get absorbed into your skin. So I've been told. Also, you've got to be careful with mycophenolate because it can weaken, obviously it weakens your immune system, and you've got to be careful of the direct sunlight on your skin. So if you do take mycophenolate, do go out with sun factor, walk factor 50, whatever they call it, and just cover up, wear a hat, try and stay in the shade, all those standard things just to protect you, because you could get sort of some skin cancers because of this drug. I've been taking it for a fairly long while now, and I've been kind of okay with it. I haven't got any problems. As you see, I'm quite well tanned because I only wear this sort of shirt when I'm at work and I'm out and about, so on and so forth. So that's mycophenolate. And that's also known as Cellcept. I think in America they tend to use the term Cellcept, but it's called mycophenolate Motfil. So that's the other drug I'm taking. So that's where we are with the drugs that I'm currently on. I've been taking them all for a fairly long time, so my body's kind of adapted to them. So I'm at a good place with my pills. The steroids, like I say, my face is fine. I have a fairly good diet. I rarely eat fried stuff. Most of our stuff gets shoved in the oven because it's more convenient. But I rarely eat stuff like that. But yeah, you just got to be careful when you take the drugs. It's also, they say recommend read all the internal forms, and yes, do read them, but please remember that they do put a lot of side effects in there. 90% of them you're never going to get or never going to experience, but that's why they put a load in there, because if you experience something that's not in there, I didn't say it here, didn't say. So that's why they put a load in. So just, follow instructions, of course. It goes without saying, but don't expect that you'll get every symptom that's listed. You might get one, you might get two, you might get none. So just bear that in mind. I'm sure you know that anyway. Anyway, that's where we are at the moment. I'm feeling a lot better mentally. I had a bit of a breakdown on my first video. I am feeling a little bit better mentally. I'm kind of coming to terms with it. So it's kind of a waiting game now, waiting for this assessment for my lungs. And it's upon the assessment when you get all the information from what my lungs are and what they do. Well, I know what they do, but the actual stuff on my lungs. So then I'll go on the waiting list for a lung transplant. But I can only do that after the assessment. So I'm now kind of waiting for the assessments to take place. I don't know how long that will take or when that will be, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's basically it. I thought I'd just give you information on the drugs. Drugs don't work, so they say, but I'm sure that these drugs that I've been taking has been keeping me alive, and for that I can only be grateful. So that's where we are. Okay, so be careful with drugs. Don't do drugs. So be careful with them, folks, and just take your doctor's advice. Don't take any more than you should, etc., etc., etc. Okay, thanks very much for listening. and I'll catch you at some other point. I probably won't do a video for a little while because there's not much else to say, really. All I will be doing is just telling you how I feel on occasions, stuff like that. But with this, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have quite good days. What's most important is you keep active as much as you can. I play lawn bowls as a pastime and a social thing, and I love it. I love the people I play with. We're all very good friends, and it's something you can do with your condition. I still cough my guts up on occasions, but it is a pastime that can be enjoyed by so many people with various problems, mentally and physically. So I recommend you take it up if you can. It's a brilliant sport, brilliant social aspect as well. So if you've lost your partner or whatever, it's really good to get involved with lawn bowls. Just find your local club and they'll be more than happy to have you on board. So please do that, you know. It's great, and I recommend it to anybody at all, youngsters and older people. Okay, thanks very much for your time again. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll speak again when I've got something important to let you know. Thanks very much. Take care all. Bye bye.